Today on September 11th, I speak to you with the weight of love that formed your breath and guarded your nights. Archangel Michael stands beside you, and he is not silent. He says there are 25 minutes left in an old countdown that has measured your doubts, your waiting rooms, your unanswered calls, and your unspoken questions. Hear me, today is the most shocking day in your life, not because darkness wins, but because revelation pierces through, and they just realized it's you. This message is for you, only you. Don't try to skip this. Stay with me and receive what I am placing in your hands. You have walked through rooms where your name felt invisible, crossed paths with faces that glanced past you, stood in lines where your turn never seemed to come. You wondered if you were late, if you had missed a sign, if heaven had moved on without you. I have kept every promise in a book with your name written in light, and today I open a page the enemy swore would remain sealed. The page speaks: appointment, alignment, announcement. What my word shapes cannot be undone by whispers. Look up, the hour you feared was empty is being filled. They just realized it's you. You have been measured by people who only saw the edges of you, tested by days that tried to erase you, pulled by voices that said to settle for what was familiar. I did not shape you for smallness. There is a room prepared with your measure and your name, and Michael stands at its doorway with a drawn line of light. He has been fighting what tried to keep you outside what I promised. Do you feel the soft movement in the air, the hush that comes right before a curtain lifts? That is the sound of recognition aligning with your destiny. What once rejected you will not own the rights to your story. My favor is crossing the threshold, and your spirit will recognize it before your eyes see it. It will say, quietly but certainly, it was always you. Hear me, I do not bargain when I bless, and I do not stutter when I call. On this day, this very day, I release a message that finds you at home, on the move, and even between tears. You will not miss it. I am not asking you to strive for it, I am asking you to open for it. Do not let the ache of yesterday argue with the promise of today. I am not limited by the time it took to bring you here, and I am not late now. The clock that frightened you was not mine. I carry time in my hands and pour it like rain where it produces life. 25 minutes is not pressure, it is permission. It is the last lap of a race you thought you ran alone. You are not alone now and never were. You call this day shocking, I call it scheduled. I do not shock to harm you, I surprise to heal you. I uncover so you may step without stumbling. Today I uncover how powerfully I have been present in the small, almost forgotten details, the receipt you kept for no reason, the number you saved then never dialed, the page you bookmarked, the idea you shelved because it seemed too bright for these narrow corridors. I breathe on those details, and they stand like pillars in a house you are about to enter. When you receive the message, whether it arrives as a note, a voice, a door opening, or a face at your gate, answer with the calm that comes from knowing who sent it. Let your first words be gratitude, not apology, certainty, not panic. This is what I prepared you to handle, good news with clean hands. There is a weight lifting now, do you sense it? The heaviness that sat on your shoulders saying, "Not yet," is slipping. Michael has stood watch over the places your name was misused, over the rooms where your face was discussed without honor. He has silenced a scheme designed to make you doubt me in the very moment I was about to honor you. You are not stepping into confusion, you are stepping into the clarity that comes when I say your name out loud. You feared that recognition would change you into someone proud or distant. No. True recognition humbles those who walk in it. You will be rooted deeper, not lifted out of reach. You will look at the ones who doubted and bless them with the ease of someone who knows who writes their story. You will not argue with shadows. You will not rehearse old pain. You will stand, and by standing you will prove that your foundation is me. Close the door of comparison gently but firmly. Today's surprise is tailored, not general. It fits you the way a key fits its lock, the way a melody fits its song. Do not measure it against what someone else received. What is for them will not sit well on you. I do not dress you in borrowed victories. I do not give you medals that keep you from moving. I give you peace that lets you move freely and purpose that makes movement make sense. This is the day you turn the handle without trembling. This is the day your yes is not chased by regret. This is the day they just realized it's you, and you realize it too. Listen carefully now. I am asking you to make room, in your speech, in your schedule, in your space. Do not announce everything at once, treasure leads, then testimony follows. When the invitation appears, ask me for timing, and I will give you words that carry warmth and authority. Your voice will not shake because it will be speaking from the center of alignment. Delete the apology you think you must always include when you share good news. You are not a burden, your joy is not a burden, your growth is not a threat to anyone who truly loves you. If they flinch at your rising, bless them softly and keep walking. I did not call you to shrink to fit yesterday. You have secretly prepared for this, even when you thought you were only surviving. The days of quiet study, the hours of unpaid faithfulness, the conversations you chose not to repeat, the bids you sent with no reply, the ideas you outlined and filed, none of it was wasted. I weave small obediences into great doors. Today one of those doors opens with your name. Michael has placed a seal of peace on the threshold. Cross it. You will not bring the old dust into the new room. Shake it off now by forgiving what has already happened and releasing what never did. When I say shocking, I do not mean chaos. I mean the kind of sudden clarity that makes you smile because the pieces were there all along. You will see how I turned a no into a not yet, and a not yet into a now. You will see how I protected you by allowing slowness in places where speed would have scraped your heart against stone. You will see why some conversations ended early and some began late. You will feel me near even in the sound of ordinary life, the kettle, the street, the message tone, and you will know that holiness can hold a weekday. Do not separate me from your ordinary. I am Lord of the hallway and the holy place. 25 minutes left, Michael says, not because heaven is anxious, but because your heart is ready. The last stretch often feels like a storm, winds of rumor, rain of accusations, lightning of impatience. Let them pass. Storms clear the air for signals to travel farther. A signal is traveling toward you now, and it will not miss. When it arrives, you will not panic. Your soul has already answered yes in a quiet place where we have met many times. This is the day your outer life hears the yes your inner life has been singing. There is a release over your house. Where there has been stagnation, movement begins. Where there has been a strange misplacing of small things, clarity returns. Where there has been reluctance to finish, energy returns in waves. Open your windows to let the fresh air in. Open your hands so I can place something new. Open your mouth to bless your space, say peace to the chairs, the doorway, the table, the street you live on. Speak life over the roof that covers you and the floor beneath you. Today good news crosses your threshold, and it will find you expectant, not surprised by surprise. I am placing courage in your posture. When the recognition comes, written, spoken, or carried by a face you once only dreamed about, receive it without flinching. Those who finally see you are not your saviors, they are witnesses to what I already said. You will not sell yourself for applause. You will not contort yourself to fit a version of you they created when they didn't know you. You will stand in the shape I gave you. You will say yes when I say speak and no when I say be still. You will refuse the urgent demands that do not carry my peace. You will choose assignments, not distractions. This is how authority feels when it is clean. Today is the most shocking day in your life, Michael repeats, and your heart answers, I am not afraid of good news. Let this be your declaration, I am not afraid of open doors. I am not afraid to be seen rightly. I am not afraid to hold what I asked for. I am not afraid to grow into rooms that once felt too big. I am not afraid to bless those who could not bless me then. I am not afraid to be joyful without apology. You have worn grief with grace, now you will wear joy with the same grace. Joy is not loud by necessity, it is steady. It steadies your hands, focuses your mind, and makes your steps sure. There is also an unveiling in relationships. Be gentle and discerning. Those who underestimated you may return with awkward words and unfinished sentences. Show them the kindness you wished you had received. If I lead you to reconciliation, let it be true reconciliation, not rehearsed blame. If I lead you to part ways, do so with blessing. Do not extract payment from those who could not see you then. That is not your work. Your work is to carry light without burning the hands that have never held it. The honor I put on you will teach others how to handle you, and how to handle themselves. Watch how doors open today, not with force but with recognition. A message lands, a name surfaces, an overlooked file is reopened, an old idea feels suddenly current, a stranger speaks a sentence that sounds like home. This is how heaven writes in earthly ink. Do not rush to make every moment monumental. Let the ordinary hour hold the extraordinary word. The proof I give you will fit in your day without breaking it. This is how miracles move when they are meant to stay. They anchor, they do not uproot. You asked me if this long waiting meant something was wrong with you. Hear me clearly, nothing is wrong with you. The delay was not a verdict, it was a greenhouse. I made you ready in places no one could audit, deep strength, clean motives, durable hope. What is placed in your hands today will not spoil. You will manage it with patience, grow it with gratitude, and protect it with clarity. You will stop making bargains with weariness. You will stop apologizing for staying true to your design. You will stop pretending smallness is humility. Real humility receives without flinching and returns praise without hoarding it. Now breathe. Put your hand over your heart. Whisper your full name and say, I am present. The fear that your moment might pass while you look away dissolves here. I do not hide your day of visitation in riddles you cannot solve. I do not require you to decode a maze to receive a cup of water. You are my child, and I am a father who loves to give good gifts. Listen to your body unclench. Listen to your thoughts slow. Listen to your spirit recognize home in these words. This is me, not pressure. This is me, perfect love casting out the tremor that timed you. If tears come, let them come. They are a washing, not a weakness. If laughter rises, let it rise. It is a sign that the gates have opened. If silence settles, let it settle. It is a sanctuary where I arrange the next steps gently. Your posture is worship, even with no music playing. Your room is holy ground, even with ordinary light falling across the floor. Your next decision is an altar, and you will make it with peace. Today you will say yes to what I sent, and no to what only imitates. Your spirit already knows the difference. Michael moves now, swift and bright, to end the rumor that you are late. He closes the files that were open to accuse you. He stamps void on the authorizations that were never mine. He opens a window where breath is needed and stands guard where confusion tried to enter. He whispers to your courage and says, stand. He points to the clock not to hurry you but to show you that a chapter has turned. The sentence that begins this new page is this: they just realized it's you. It will echo in unexpected places, and every echo will lead you back to me. As this day unfolds, practice small faithfulness. Drink water with gratitude. Answer with clarity. Decline with kindness. Document what matters. Bless your meals. Bless your work. Bless the ones who cross your path, even if they come wrapped in inconvenience. You are not striving, you are flowing. Let me carry the part that is too heavy and teach you to lift the part that is yours. Your shoulders will learn a new way to hold responsibility, not as a burden that bends you, but as a mantle that fits you. Before this day ends, set aside a moment to speak with me about what arrived. Do not rush to publish everything. Let our conversation be the first place where your news is fully seen. I will give you language, timing, and boundaries. I will show you who to tell and who to quietly bless from a distance. I will teach you how to stay light on your feet while carrying weight in your spirit. You will not lose yourself here, you will find me here, and in finding me you will find yourself again, more whole than before. I am placing a mark of peace on your doorway and a song of recognition in your chest. When you step out, you will carry peace like a warm light that does not glare. People will feel safe to tell you the truth because they will sense that you are safe inside the truth. This is influence without manipulation, favor without calculation. It is the quiet dignity of someone who knows who sent them. Wear it well. Walk slowly enough to notice the kindnesses I have hidden along your path. Pick them up. They will be the flowers you keep in a room that once felt empty. And now hear this final word for this day, you will receive, and you will know it is me. You will not have to push your way in. The door will open, and when it does, your name will be spoken without confusion. The message will come, and it will carry the unmistakable warmth of my hand. The opportunity will present itself, and your peace will rise to meet it. The alignment will click into place, and the room will feel like it always belonged to you. They just realized it's you. Let those words settle in you like a foundation stone. Let them end the long argument doubt tried to win. Let them become a gentle bell that rings in your spirit every time you wonder if you are seen. This is just for you. Do not try to skip this. Hold this message in your hands as you would hold a letter from a dear friend you thought you lost. Open it, again and again, until the truth saturates you. Today, on September 11th, with 25 minutes left on the old clock and a new page already turning, I bless you with recognition, with clarity, with courage, and with the joy that does not need to shout to be real. Walk into what is opening. I am with you. I have always been with you. And now, as you step forward, watch how the world around you will finally speak the truth heaven has known all along. They just realized it's you. Today on the 11th of September, I am speaking to you in the breath between heartbeats, in the hush that comes before a door swings open. 25 minutes stand like sentries at the edge of your life, and in those minutes a quiet thunder gathers, the kind that does not scream but moves walls. You have been pacing the threshold of this hour for longer than you realized. You have asked me, sometimes with words and sometimes with tears you hid from your own reflection, if I remembered you, if I kept the ledger of your hours, if your name still had warmth in my hand. Listen, I remember. I have never mislaid you. I have encircled the minutes of this day with a ring of purpose, and I have called it your turning. Archangel Michael stands near you now, not in a way that startles but in a way that steadies. He is the sword at your back, but he is also the hand at your shoulder. He says, with a voice that makes denial impossible, 25 minutes left, not because you are late, but because the waiting season is. The clock that drained you is about to change faces. Where you counted disappointments, you will count doors. Where you counted losses, you will count proofs. Where you counted yourself out, you will watch me write you in with indelible ink. Today is not a coincidence on a calendar. Today is a prepared table. You have lived under the gaze of those who could not recognize the gold beneath your dust. You have walked among words that tried to shrink you, among suspicions that tried to stain you, among opinions that tried to edit you into something safe and forgettable. But I did not design you to be forgettable. I fashioned your voice to carry a certain note that wakes sleeping rooms and reroutes weary plans. There are meetings occurring in places you will soon enter where the sentence has changed from, "Who are they?" to, "It's them." They just realized, it's you. The revelation broke like a silent dawn while you were tending little tasks, while you were showing up again, while you were doing what was in your hand with a faithfulness you thought nobody saw. I saw. And those who needed to see have finally been permitted to see. You have asked me if vindication can arrive without spectacle, if I can clear a fog without a windstorm. Watch me do it now. The shock of this day will not be a catastrophe but a correction. It will be the sudden rightness that replaces a long wrong. It will be a phone that rings with a voice you stopped expecting, not to replay old griefs but to open new ground. It will be an email that stops you mid-exhale because the answer you filed under, maybe someday, will be titled, "Approved." It will be a face turning toward you in sincerity that once turned away from you in convenience. It will be the name you carry, your name, that finally arrives in the conversation as the solution, not the problem. I have watched you carry burdens that weren't built in your size. I have watched you kneel at midnight and bargain with daylight to spare you more time, and I have watched daylight bargain with me to grant you more strength. I have watched you say yes when you did not feel equal to it because you understood that obedience is not measured by adrenaline but by trust. I am not a collector of your fear, I am the keeper of your courage. And I am telling you that the river which has bruised your ankles with pebbles and chilled your bones with its stubborn cold is about to part in a way that honors the miles you've walked to reach this shore. You have learned to stand in the water without letting the water inside you. That is why the water must make way. Michael says to you, do not misread the tremor. The tremor you will feel today is not the structure failing, it is the foundation settling. It is not the sky breaking, it is the roof lifting. It is not the door slamming, it is the hinges giving way to weight they were always meant to carry. Some of what falls from your hands in the next hours is not loss, it is debris. Do not mourn the scaffolding when the house is ready. Do not cling to the rehearsal when the stage lights warm. Do not apologize for arriving when I am the one who opened the road. The humility I ask of you is not a shrinking but a shining, the humility to be wholly who I made you while admitting that I made you. You will see, before this day sleeps, at least one visible token that the old cycle has cracked. It might appear small to others, like a key that looks too thin to turn a thick lock, but you will know what it is because it will hum with your name when you hold it. It could be a word spoken in the right room by the least expected person. It could be the right question asked at the right time by someone who never used to listen. It could be a payment released. It could be a message finally answered in the affirmative. It could be a piece of paper that rearranges a balance. It could be an invitation that rearranges a hallway of closed doors. You will recognize it because your spirit has been rehearsing the sound of it in prayer. You have already practiced this joy in secret. Today you will see its outline in the open. Do not fear the exposure that comes with elevation. You have asked me for influence, for reach, for effect that surpasses your small corner, and I have agreed. But I also love you too much to let you carry a spotlight that burns you. So I have been detoxing you from the applause you never needed. I have been loosening your grip on outcomes so that your hands are free for assignments. I have been turning your head from mirrors so that your eyes are made ready for windows. The assignment I hand you today will involve people who have recently realized your value. Their eyes have changed, but so has your posture. You will meet their recognition not with hunger but with peace. You will not come to collect what they withheld, you will come to deliver what I entrusted. This is why the room will feel larger the moment you step in, not because they think highly of you, but because you have remembered who sent you. There is a name you have had to keep out of your mouth because it brought a tremor to your chest. There is a memory you have cordoned off because revisiting it felt like handing power to the past. I am walking into those rooms inside you, and I am not bringing a broom for a frantic sweep, I am bringing a gentle light for a calm naming. I will not erase your story, I will exonerate your heart. In the light of this day, you will find yourself able to pronounce the name without shaking, able to remember the scene without stepping back into it. This is not the kind of shock that reopens wounds, this is the shock of pain finding it has no more permission to stay. Your peace will not be a rumor, it will be a resident. To the one who feels something fragile at the edges of faith, I am not asking you to pretend you feel strong. I am asking you to stand where you are and say, even if my hands are shaking, my yes belongs to God. That yes is not a performance I grade, it is a door I walk through. Your yes has brought Michael to your side, has summoned provision you cannot inventory, has arranged protections you cannot itemize. You will not have to meet this hour wearing a costume. Come in your soul's true colors. Come with your honesty. Come as you are, not as you think success looks. The gift that arrives today is sized for your authenticity, not for your disguise.